Hey everybody, today we're doing brake pads on a 2004 Honda Civic, 1.7 liter, about 200 something thousand, 230, I don't know, it's not my car, it's my brother's car. We're doing front brake pads, caught them just in time. The rotor's a little grooved up but no big lip. You can see there's no pad material left. And so I figured I'd make a little video on it. We'll do a walk around of the car really quick here. It's a decent shape, the hole in the muffler. It needs an O2 sensor, but I think, yeah, it's like an O2 sensor or something it needs, but it's all right. Pretty solid little car. So right now, I have figured out that is a 9/16 bolt on the top of the caliper. I'm doing this all without watching a YouTube video, so we're gonna see how it goes. It's been taken care of, this car. You know, this is definitely a replacement rotor and all that. Not too rusty for a Wisconsin car, but I'm gonna see if I can get this bolt out and I'll come back to you. All right, so here's that bolt that came out of there, right up here. Came up pretty easy. I gave it a couple smack, put the ratchet on the end, cap a couple smacks with the hammer, popped right out. It was almost finger tight in there. But I wanted to show you guys something. So, you see all this glitter, this glittery stuff? That is the brake rotor. The pads are so worn down that it's just the rivets that once held the pad together, grinding down this rotor. So there's little, you know, this car's like a sparkle generator. You know, if you ever are planning a birthday party and need sparkles for something, take the brake pads off your car. Works great. Anyway, I'm gonna look for a bottom caliper bolt and I'll get back to you when maybe I got the caliper off. So, as it would turn out, the bottom bolt, put a 9/16 on there, it's way too big. Put a 1/2 inch on there, and it falls right off. Turns out it's stripped out. Because I went down 7/16, and it was, you know, it doesn't fit on there. So I'm going to pound on a 7/16. I have a bunch of extra sockets here. That is my good Pittsburgh set over there. I don't want to ruin them, so I got, these are all Walmart sockets. I'm going to see if I have a 7/16. If not, guess I'm ruining a good socket. I don't know. Bingo was his name-o, and we got our Walmart socket. I'll walk on over here. Probably make it easier if I was on the ground, but I'm too fat for that. So we got a chair, and you can see, whoa, almost fell out of the chair. Just too big, just slightly. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna try, before I do this, because it might not be stripped, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try some domestic sockets on it and see where that gets me. But if not, you will see me coming back here with a pounded on 7/16. Okay, for now, it seems like a 12 millimeter fits perfectly on there. So I'm probably an idiot, and it's probably a 12, and that's probably not a 9/16. But hey, you know, I like I said in the beginning, I'm doing this without watching a YouTube video. So I've worked on that and that, and I've always watched YouTube videos. This is my first time going at it without one. A little tip if you're doing this, also take out the bottom bolt first, because what I just had to do is I had to thread the top bolt back in because the bottom bolt was stuck, and when I was pulling it, it was just pulling the whole caliper off it, which I didn't want yet. It was just kind of twisting it. So take the bottom bolt off first. If you have a rusty car, or if you have an impact, it probably wouldn't matter. But if you're doing hand tools on a rusty car, definitely don't waste your time. Take off the bottom bolt first. All right, wanted to show you guys how worn down these brake pads are. Yeah, you know, they had a little bit of life left in them, yeah, you know. No, obviously they don't. Completely gone. 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 And they're a little tricky to get out. I have this pry bar. This is not optimal, as it's pretty thick. But if you have a pry bar that's a little thinner than this, there's about a spot right here on your brake pad when it's still on the rotor, and you can pry it. And you kind of got to work back and forth from here and here, because it's got to come out straight at you. It's got to come out straight at you, and it'll fall out the bottom. And so you got to pry it, work it out. And I was a little worried there. I thought I'd do something with the clips. You don't. You can just work it out, and then you can push your new ones back in. So now I'm on to the back one. And I can't see back there. So I'm going to use you guys to see back here, because I can still kind of see my phone. Yeah, I think it's the same deal. I'm gonna try anyway, just to try to push it that way and see what happens.
So they're just hanging there. I already know that.
All right, we got my dad helped me. We got the rear brake pad out. The rear brake pad's in a lot better shape. There's a lot left on it, but even before I got to it, like this chunk here, we you know, expanded on that quite a bit, but it was already there, and it wasn't the split. It was like split and cracked. So I'm glad it's, you know, it's getting replaced. And the back part of it, this kind of clip part of it, completely rotted. So now we're gonna get a C-clamp. Maybe I can show you some of that when we do it. Get a C-clamp on this caliper, put the piston back in, and slide it back on, put the bolts back on, then onto the other side. All right, got the new pads on. Just got to put the caliper back on. All right, my dad just got the caliper back on there. It was a pain in the ass. You got to clamp it with a C-clamp so the caliper fits on there, because otherwise the cylinder in the caliper is too far out and it will not fit. So make sure you have a clamp before you do this. But yeah, there it goes. Bolts went back in just fine. Now we're just gonna put the tire on and go to the other side. I think actually that's where I'm gonna finish it, because it's the same on the other side. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my dad for the help, and I'll see you guys in another video.